William here with Patriot Containers, Memphis, Tennessee cargo container prices. You know, some of these places that I'm looking at, I'm a barbecuer, and I know Memphis, Tennessee probably has some of the best barbecue in the world, and there's so many places that where the shipping lines store their containers at, and I have drivers in each location that I wish I was there to eat some of the best barbecue. I like barbecue. There's some things I cook perfect, and there's some things that I'm still practicing on. But I love cooking with real wood and real charcoal. I'm not a pellet grill smoker. I've tried it before. It's not the same. Um, Man, I'm tired from making these videos, so I appreciate watching. If you came, I'm the only one on YouTube making videos like this. There's two things that I do. Actually, there's three things that I do differently. Number one, I'm not a shitty company that rips off my customers. I tell the truth, and I use the truth to sell these. I don't buy shitty containers. I spend more money for better containers, used and new, and I show up on the right day. Number two that I do differently, I expose all the Pinocchio rookie company scams that these horrible companies are getting away with that happened after COVID, with selling with lies, taking forever to deliver, showing up with containers with holes, and they all say the same thing. We're nationwide, we're the most reviewed, lifetime warranties, and if you don't like your container in 30, 60, 90 days, you can get a full refund. Well, go to their website, scroll all the way to the bottom, and read their terms and conditions. Read all their complaints that these types of companies, and I call them Pinocchio rookie companies. They're Pinocchios because they're liars, they're rookies because they screw up everything, and they're never accountable. And the only thing that happens is you lose thousands of dollars and you leave a ton of complaints. I've been in business for 11 years, and I don't have a single employee other than drivers that don't work for me. They work for themselves, and they pick up my containers and they take them to your property, and that's it. And they actually show up on the right day. But I've been in business for 11 years. I don't have a single complaint from an actual buyer. I have 3 complaints. They never bought a container from me. If you ever researched Patriot Containers, that's something that these big, huge companies that are huge because they lie to make sales, they can't say what I just said about Patriot Containers. They have thousands and thousands of complaints combined because they're just goofball idiots, you know. They have egos, and they want their business to become this we're nationwide, you know, all this crap. They also, every 13 years ago, I started selling containers for crappy companies. They all say the same thing. We're nationwide. Well, you're also brokers that have the most complaints, and you don't honor your warranties because you deliver a faulty product with holes, and then you send your customer a fiberglass patch kit. You know, it's for a boat, and it's not going to fix the container forever. It will fail. And if you trust these companies more and more and more, the longer you trust them after they've already failed, the more money you lose, because if they have to come back and pick up your container that they delivered you because it has holes or damage or whatever the reason is you don't want it, you're going to lose a ton of money, thousands of dollars, up to 75% of what you paid for that container. And they're allowed to get away with it because they have terms and conditions on their website that you didn't read. So anyways, Memphis, Tennessee. You came here for container pricing. Let's get to it. Before I get into the pricing really quick, wind and watertight is the most abused term in this industry. If you call 10 companies, either all 10 or 9 companies are going to push wind and watertight on you. It's a slick way to sell you a piece of shit and not tell you it's shitty, because they're telling you, hey, I have a cheap container with no holes. But they're not telling you it could be the most rustiest, corroded piece of crap, and the doors aren't covered. You know, it's I don't sell wind and watertight. It's ugly. You're going to complain about it, I promise. But where containers start to look better is when you buy true cargo worthy or IICL or new one trippers. Those 3 containers cannot leak. But I also can't say that they're wind and watertight, because then you're going to compare my good container to their crappy container, and then you're going to buy a piece of shit from the Pinocchio rookie companies, and they're going to screw up everything, and you're going to lose thousands of dollars. I sell good containers that actually look good, and they function properly, and they can't leak at all. That's why they're better containers, and I spend more money on them. That's why I have no complaints. Let's get into this, guys. All right, cargo worthy used 20-footer. I'll sell that at $18.50. I don't know where you're located at. You must call me so I can Google Maps the mileage and quote you accurately so we can get that container to you on the proper day. That container would be $18.50 plus delivery. IICL. I would sell this at $19.50. IICL is better than cargo worthy. Remember, here's wind and watertight. Here's cargo worthy. Here's IICL. Wind and watertight sucks. Cargo worthy's better. IICL is the best used you can buy. That's $19.50 plus delivery. A new one, $2,800. I know $2,800 seems like a lot when you want to call and you're trying to find a cheap container that doesn't leak. You also don't want to buy a piece of crap either. $2,800, if you sack up and you spend that much money on your container, it sucks. And you're on the fence in the beginning. But when that container arrives, you're going to be the happiest customer on earth, and you're not going to care about the extra money you spent. In fact, you're probably going to want another container, and you're never going to want to sell or part ways with a new one-trip container. That's the best of the best. $2,800 plus delivery. 40-footer, cargo worthy. It only looks like there's one currently in cargo worthy condition. I would sell that at $2,000 plus delivery. 40-foot high cube, cargo worthy, which means it's 9.5 feet tall. The other one that was $2,000, that was 8.5 feet tall. This is 9.5 feet tall. I would sell this at $2,300 plus delivery. New ones. This is actually a good price. Been selling containers for 13 years. I've seen containers go up. I've seen them go down. I think right now is the best time to buy a new container because they're the cheapest I've ever seen in 13 years. If you bought a new one, I'd do it for $39.50. It's a 40-foot high cube in mint condition, new one trip. It's the best of the best. You can give me $1 million. You ain't getting a better container than that. It's $39.50 plus delivery. If you're watching my videos and you came across this video because you're from Memphis, Tennessee area, and you've got about a 200-mile radius around that, I can deliver it to you, no problem. I'm the only one on YouTube doing this. And the rookie pineapple, I keep saying pineapple, it's Pinocchio rookie companies. I highly doubt they're going to make videos like this, because if they start doing this on YouTube, you're going to find my YouTube channel, which is exposing their criminal sales that they get away with. And I have a feeling they're not going to want to do this. Maybe. To be honest, I planned on doing these videos every month. It's very time consuming. Every video I make is about 8 minutes to 10 minutes long. And I have about 50 of them to make. I started doing this yesterday. I started exposing the Pinocchio rookie companies about 5 months ago. And Patriot Containers does the right thing. I don't want to turn this into a sales pitch. You can call me if you want. My help is free. You don't have to buy a container from me. I've been doing this for 13 years. I don't have a salesperson in me anymore. I tell people the truth. The people that are smart, that believe me, they buy. The people that are stupid and don't believe me and think I don't know what I'm talking about, they get ripped off by the Pinocchio rookie companies, and they learn the hard way. So anyways, guys, 90% of companies out there are ripping you guys off. Please pay attention. Read their complaints. Read their terms and conditions. They all say the same thing. We're nationwide, lifetime warranties, most reviewed. And if you don't like your container, you can get a 60-day full refund. Bullshit. Read the terms and conditions on that company's website. They eat their own words, and it's there. All right, guys, have a good one. That was Memphis, Tennessee. Have a great day. Bye.